hell of a, she's so fine. Hell of a, blows my mind. Hell of a, lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Thursday, September the 10th, 2020. I'm not sure if you all have heard of this story, but I wanted to bring it to my channel. It's the story of Gloria Bambo, 20-year-old South African national living in McKinney, Texas, who was found hanging in her white roommate's garage on July the 12th. Police say they believe she committed suicide. McKinney was found by her 19-year-old male roommate. In a statement posted by the McKinney Police Department on July the 22nd, police said the roommate has been cooperative throughout the investigation. Quote, "All evidence in the case so far leads investigators to believe it was a suicide," the statement said. The post also said the medical examiner's findings are consistent with death by suicide. The McKinney Police Department has tweeted regarding this, and it says, "We typically does not comment on suicides." That's what it says, including naming the deceased. But due to the public nature of this case, we feel the need to clarify some inaccuracies. A number of posts on social media have speculated about the death of Gloria Bambo, a 20-year-old black female. Let's see if I can click this up. Alright. It further says, make this a little bit bigger. Alright. Miss Bambo's body was discovered by her 19-year-old male housemate, who has fully cooperated during the investigation. All evidence in the case so far leads investigators to believe it was suicide. The medical examiner's findings are still pending, but the preliminary examination of the body has not uncovered any evidence to contradict what was discovered at the residence. Sorry guys, let me turn this ringer off. This case is still under investigation and is not closed at this time. We are committed to a complete, thorough investigation of Miss Bambo's tragic death, and we grieve the tragic loss of this promising young life. Now that's what they had to say about it. Alright. And there's a bunch of replies on here. This gentleman says, "If I'm ever found hanging, no, someone killed me. So young black people hang themselves? BS. There needs to be an indie investigation on all services delivery personnel that visited that building within 48 hours before death. Stop killing us." Somebody put McLynching PD, more like it. McKinney is one of the richest, whitest, elitist communities in all of Texas. MPD stopped playing the police games and cover-ups. You know, some rich boys felt she was, quote, out of line, end quote, and helped her fall off a ladder with a rope around her neck. Stop protecting the guilty. And it says Christopher Lee Watts was cooperative, so that must have been the gentleman's name, the housemate. And this person said, "What was the temperature on the days between her death and when she was reported found? I hear it's hot in Texas. Must have been hard not to not notice a missing roommate or what was happening in the garage." Somebody said there are literally videos circulating that would solve this whole thing. Are you guys even searching? Somebody said, "Give me that breadcrumb." Back to the article. It says, however, social media users have raised questions about the circumstances surrounding Bambo's death. Social media user Jamila Arnold posted details about the incident on Facebook, although her claims have not been verified. In the post, she alleges, quote, Gloria went missing Thursday and supposedly died in that garage the same day, July the 9th. Gloria's body was in that garage 3 days, where people resided and repairs were made. No one has heard anything about this. Why? We need to know what happened to Gloria, end quote. And this must be the video that they're speaking on. Let me make this bigger. It's not going to let me play it, which is cool. It says, on Twitter's others posted about Gloria's death asking for answers. This Hi at the Real Haley says, I need more answers with the Gloria Bambo case because something is still not adding up. And this person says, rest in peace, Gloria Bambo. The story from McKinney PD isn't adding up. I still stand by black people aren't hanging themselves in 2020. We will get the truth. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. The statement by the McKinney Police Department also said one of the reasons why they took to Facebook to speak on the case was to, quote, clarify some inaccuracies, end quote, after social media users, quote, speculated, end quote, about Bambo's death. Including Bambo, at least 5 black people have been found hanging across the country since May the 31st. Malcolm Harsh, a 38-year-old black man, was the first death of the recent string of hangings and was found hanging from a tree in Victorville, California. His family, along with investigators, have concluded that he died by suicide since video evidence surfaced. On July the 16th, a 17-year-old black boy was found hanged on the grounds of an elementary school in a suburb of Houston, Texas. Authorities also ruled this case a suicide, with the Harris County Sheriff's Office saying, in part, quote, homicide investigators were able to review surveillance cameras and found no signs of foul play, end quote. Families of some of the victims, as well as the public, have expressed concern that some hangings may have resulted from foul play, with some speculating the victims may have been lynched. The Collin County NAACP tweeted about Bambo's death saying, quote, we look forward to the family receiving the results of the autopsy, photos from the scene, statement from the roommate, and release of the handwriting analysis of the letter, end quote. The NAACP chapter added that they will continue to seek justice. It is unclear how many people lived in the home where Bambo was staying at the time of her death, and her roommate has not been publicly identified. Well, I think we just identified him. Went to another article. This is another tweet. It says, you guys need to look up Gloria Bambo. Black woman found in her white roommate's garage after being missing for 3 days. Very fishy, because super gross. Very fishy case, super gross. We need to draw attention to her. Since the case has drawn lots of attention on social media. Just scanning through here. There's a picture of her. I don't think I identified her in my last article there. But that's a picture of Gloria Bambo. It says, who is her roommate? The McKinney Police Department noted that Bambo 20 was found hanging by her, quote, 19-year-old male roommate, end quote. It did not provide details on when or where she was found. A Twitter account by the handle at I'm Not Janelle posted a statement on behalf of Bambo's roommate. My friend, who was also hashtag Gloria Bambo's roommate, asked me to make this post on his behalf and share the correct information in regards to her passing. End quote. The caption read. The user published a supposed statement from the unnamed roommate, who claimed Bambo was living with mental health issues like bipolar and anxiety disorders. The roommate also claimed Bambo was estranged from her family and had recently been fired from her job. The Collin County NAACP tweeted at the McKinney Police Department demanding further results from the investigation. They said they would not, quote, accept the sole statement from the roommate, end quote. Quote, at McKinney Police, we look forward to the family receiving the results of the autopsy, photos from the scene. We already read that part. There's the police statement again. Just, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm definitely going to follow this. Let me go to this I'm Not Janelle Twitter account. Of course, it's been deleted, so that's a bust. This article says nearly 28,000 people have signed a petition demanding justice for Gloria Bambo, a 20-year-old black woman whose body was reportedly discovered hanging in a garage. The Change.org petition says Bambo, a McKinney, Texas resident, was reported missing July the 9th and was found 3 days later by her 19-year-old male roommate. The McKinney Police Department has since ruled the woman's death as suicide, but many on social media are convinced foul play was afoot. Facebook user Jamila Arnold published a number of claims about Bambo's death that have stoked speculation. The Facebook post, which has either been deleted or made private, alleged Bambo went missing July the 9th and, quote, supposedly died in that garage the same day. Gloria's body was in that garage 3 days where people resided and repairs were made. No one has heard anything about this. Why? We need to know what happened to Gloria, end quote. Yeah, that's, that is a little strange. Especially in Texas. And I know, several people that live in Texas. I have family in Texas. It's extremely hot in Texas. I don't need to break that down any further. Especially when you have a body. We'll leave that alone. It says, though the police department said the investigation is ongoing. I don't know why I said that. The petition's creator, Kedrian Fisher, claims the case has been closed. Quote, police refused to share any other information to the family. That's right. Our law and order only gave her a paragraph of information. The petition reads, her enemies are so convinced on erasing her life and her story that they hijacked Gloria's social media. Her adversary literally alt-delete her images, words, and lifestyle. My friend really got lynched in broad light. Look at our so-called, quote, protectors, end quote, not doing shit because nobody got her on camera when she struggled for oxygen. That is why this case is closed, end quote. According to Diaspora 7, Bambo's roommate released a statement through another woman on Twitter. The statement was alleged Bambo was living with anxiety and bipolar, estranged from her family, living in South Africa. The Twitter user also shared screenshots of purported text messages between Bambo and her roommate to support his claims. You can hear my stomach rumbling. I know you can. Well, I just wanted to bring this article or bring this story forward. We'll see what happens with it. Hashtag justice for Gloria Bambo. Regardless, no one deserves to be hanging in a garage for 3 days. Now, whether that was of her own accord or what happened, 3 days? Somebody hung there for 3 days in a Texas heat? Come on, ma'am. Something smells foul. You hear me? I'm going to leave it at that. You guys have a good day.